Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. Time to continue the playthrough of All Quiet in the Trenches, where it's time to take the French trench. Hurrah for the Kaiser. Now, we left off last time. Our morale is terrible. The goal for this battle is, if we're lucky, to win, but mostly just to not be shot in the back by our own troops. Learned a few things last playthrough. We're gonna duck off to the left. Let's just do that move. Learned a few things in the last episode. Most importantly, that lice are more dangerous than the French. Lice have systematically crippled my squad. Whereas I've been in about 5 battles with the French, and the most I've ever had in the hospital is like 2 guys. But lice have systematically crippled my whole squad. So, we want to be the first in the enemy trenches. That's probably not going to happen. I can see 2 French on my left. Can't really advance that well. We've got a lot of barbed wire here. Maybe I'll see something better on the right. Let's see what I can do. Let's see what I can do. If I don't stop, maybe I'll win. The fact that I start like 1 turn behind everybody? Probably not. Okay, I can see some French making a run to the right. Only a pair of them, though. Oh, there goes a 3rd. Interesting. So this spot looks quite lightly defended. I lied. We've got these guys up on the hill who are going to be seriously destroying anybody. We've got this French squad number 2 here. Okay, that doesn't get me to the barbed wire, which is where I really would have liked to be. Then I can stop for a turn while spending a turn to cut barbed wire. Go this way next. Now, of course, rushing into the enemy trench and attempting to hold it goes completely against not getting shot in the back. However, maybe I can have everything. Maybe I can have my cake and eat it. Probably not. See how we go. Those guys are quite far left, so I'm happy with that. I'm definitely now being shot at, maybe being suppressed. Yeah, I'd love to have been 1 step further forward, chopping up the barbed wire. Here we are. There's the suppression. There's my mouse. Hang on, mouse. I've lost my mouse. I feel like I can see it moving. There it is. But I can see it moving across the screen. I can't find it. We're being suppressed. Barbed wire. Barbed wire. Blackner. I can't anymore. I don't want to anymore. Yeah, that's fair. I'm not going to discipline anybody, to be honest. Extreme danger, but it does put me on their flank. Wait here for a turn. Hold that position. Duck and cover, lads. Duck and cover. Dig yourself into the dirt as deep as you possibly can. Oh, looks like I'm about to lose the first into the trenches fight. Very much so. They've gone right in there. And they're now in my way. At least be useful and flank those people. Where are you? Your comrades were much faster. Am I going to go and lose? Yep, lost prestige because of that. Oh, we've got some smoke coming over. Can't go and flank these guys anymore. I mean, again, I start a turn behind, so be the first into the French trenches. I mean, even if I had run to there, I wouldn't have made it. They beat me by 2 turns. And I ran pretty... I stopped once. You know, I stopped once. artillery, close. Okay, we need to... I'm hit, but it doesn't hurt that much. Wow, he's got a severe cough, he's got insomnia, and he's got a grazed torso. Not bad. Male, cut through that barbed wire, please. Do not let me down. We'll do a bit of fire on sight. Onto my sniper. Ooh! Ooh! Oh, yeah, he's had it. He's had enough. I'm not even gonna blame him. Surprised any of my guys are still with me. Right, we need to get into that trench. We need to start making some impact. The artillery, I almost got hit. A few splinters got me. I think no, hardly any, but just a traumatic brain injury. If anything else, the wound hurts so much, I can hardly move. You'll have to carry on without me. Yeah. Ackerman has done a runner. The artillery, I almost got hit. That was far too close. Yep, don't blame you. Don't blame you. You take Male to the field hospital. Fleckner. Start one-man armying it. Throwing some grenades. We can delodge a couple of the French. We have to take this trench. If I'm made to retreat, I'm dead. Like, I'm so dead. Win. You have to win. Oh, they're gonna win. Nice. Very nice indeed. Were they my grenade target? I think they were my grenade target. Ackerman, if you made it? No, not quite yet. Let's do... Oh, we are pouring in quite well, to be honest. Take one more step to the right. Good artillery cover, that's what matters. That artillery could end me. What happened? What happened? Did we win? Did we win? I think we won. Yeah, drove them off as well. Good going, lads. Good going. Alright, so we are doing very, very well. We're not, but like the rest of the German forces are. We're doing terribly. Definitely need to learn German, right? Yeah. Oh. German so much. I definitely need to grab a prisoner or two. Probably in the... I can't tell if that's a squad or whether that's a lone soldier. Probably in the dying stages of the fight, really. So that I'm not getting too badly shot at. Let's hit next turn. Rest up, lads, rest up. I can't be my guy, surely not. Lot should be miles away. The enemy is withdrawing. Hold the line and make sure the French don't change their minds. Drive out enemy soldiers. We should hopefully be able to do that as well. Back to camp in 10 turns. Oh, they have... Oh, wait, have they? Yes, they have. They've got that guy secure. Artillery has stopped. Pop into there. Like I said, need to see if we can grab a couple of French prisoners. Help get me a bit of a boost in prestige. Oh, someone didn't make it. Decided couldn't be bothered to climb a ladder. Oh, no, he just teleported to me. Is that my guy again? I'd love it if you guys left that guy there for me to escort back. There's not that many French soldiers around. No, it would seem not. But I would love a bit of they're gone. Let's see if we can get some extra skills, you know? Some training shooting, some spotting. Why not? Lucky, like I said, they'll leave that guy before he expires. Oh. No, he's not. He looks quite a lot like Lots. Like Lots then. Oh. No. Not like Lots either. Ah, they're patching him up, damn it. They're going to take that French prisoner for themselves. It was a pretty well steamrolled battle, really. Could attempt to find some equipment. Suppose. Hop forward to there. Search for a bit of equipment, I suppose. Ooh! Chance of a prisoner. Can I get back up, though? Am I going to go down ladders, or am I... Oh, I didn't go down. Good. We showed them we are victorious. 3 hurrahs for the Kaiser. Cool, so it's just back to camping. Wait, where do you think you're going? Go see if I can grab me a prisoner. Let's not worry about grabbing loot. See if we can grab a little prestige package. Bobbier. About the prisoner. Oh, wait, he's... Oh, we've just got a straight escort. Let's not worry about searching him then. Go and escort the prisoner. Any more for any more? Lots may get here in time to allow me to grab another one. Not out of breath, is he? No, he should be, though. Take a step backwards. Maybe Lots will get back to us a bit sooner. Ooh, I believe that is Lots. Right on time. Have they left me a Frenchman behind to escort? Survive. Don't see him. You know what? Let's just while away our time. Third right here. 4 more turns. Hopefully that prisoner gets back. Get a smidge of prestige for him. Hopefully get a smidge of prestige for winning. Maybe if we're lucky we'll go up to high prestige. That'll make things easier. I'm back. Able to find some ammunition. Nice. Yeah, let's just take cover, relax. You're not gonna get rid of an exhausted status, but at least you won't get out of breath and such. You know, let's keep everything nice and calm, shall we? Away from battle reduces stress. I feel like away from battle should be slightly relaxing as well. You know? That's the time when, you know, you can breathe, calm down. Get back. I'm not gonna run him around. I'm not gonna try and do anything. I am in too much pain and trouble at this stage to do anything like that. And look at that abysmal mood. 2 soldiers with me. I don't know if I wasn't actually paying attention. 4 people in the field hospital. Lovely. And we're short of firewood. And I need him treated for lice. Although we can't be short of firewood because it's not cold. So that was... Although we do have to... But it's not cold! Why am I getting short of firewood? Not cold. What have we got? Oh, there you are. If some of our men will be out for the time being, your determination's made all the difference. As you are currently understaffed, I'll give you a short breather. Nice. Dipped very much into high prestige. Didn't mention about escorting prisoners. Food? Thank the Lord. 11 turns of food. Gonna help the mood somewhat. We're gonna keep it on. No, I'm gonna do a single turn of double. Then we're gonna go back to single. Because quite frankly, it is massively needed. Let's have a look. Nope, you're clean. 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 You're not clean. You're clean. You're not clean. Right. Spitbauer, I need to have you treated for lice. However, before we went to the battle in the last episode, it wasn't letting me do that. But of course, take care of them. Her mood has plummeted. Schmidbauer. For some reason, I cannot have him treated for lice. But it's going to keep making his condition worse. Which greatly upsets me. Very greatly upsets me. Now, I need to have lots treated for lice, however. I really can't. Lots should be chopping firewood. I'd need a 3rd person to have the chance to be able to do that. Home leave in 3 turns. Will I make it? Will I not? Who knows? Hopefully they all get very well treated. I thought that and I thought, come on, mold again? No, that's the old story. Today's now lots have been sitting next to his comrades every evening without a word and with a vacant stare. He neither joked with them, nor did he take part in the usual evening entertainment such as playing cards. Tasks assigned to him were also carried out in a dull and listless manner. I spoke to him about it. We are camaraderie. He likes me. In an undisturbed moment, I sat down next to him and addressed him. Is everything all right with you lots? He looked up at me from his empty eyes, and he sighed and replied. Under Officer, what is all this for? What's the point of us being here? He is unpatriotic. He's somewhat sociable, though. Your comrades need you. You're friends with 2 of them. And that's gotta have weighting. You know, think of Mayle and Pedersen, lots. Think of Mayle and Pedersen. He straightened his shoulders. Maybe you're right, and I shouldn't let myself go like this. After all, we're all in this mess together, and hopefully we'll also manage to come out of it together. We sat together in silence for a few more moments. Then Lotz got up and wished me a good night. Following days, he seemed a little less withdrawn. Maybe my words had helped him a bit, or maybe it had just been a matter of time. Bad weather has been removed. Huzzah. Huzzah. Pain has been added to Ackerman. Great. Impaired vision has been added to Schmidbauer. Shortness of breath has been... Pedersen. Lotz is no longer tired of war. Bad weather. Lotz and Fleck now are in good physical condition. Pitiful rations have been removed. Look at that. We all gained almost a whole level of... I don't like how I keep getting so many extra conditions whilst in the field hospital, which is understaffed. And... just, you know... like, wound recovery improves, yet I keep getting so many extra ailments. Secondly, am I gonna get a chance to delouse? Things constantly appear or disappear without any proper documentation. That's nice. You would be very grateful, but quite frankly, I'd be very grateful just to survive. Let us delouse lots. Hopefully he won't collapse. And again, I don't know what I'm supposed to do about Smithbauer. Really don't. Home leave in 2 turns. Can I survive? That is the question. Can I survive? I'm hoping when they come back, they will automatically delouse, recover, not be exhausted. I don't know. I was in the middle of something, but was distracted by commotion at the card table. I hesitated in case a fight broke out. Soldiers playing quickly calmed down again and dealt another round. Not far from them sat Lotz, completely engrossed in a piece of writing. He was so absorbed in the text that he didn't even notice what was going on at the table. I went over to him. Good old Lotz. I was interested to see what he was reading and went over to Lotz. When I got to him, however, he looked a bit nervous. Sorry. Lotz relaxed and even showed me what he was reading. A pamphlet from Russia. Whilst explaining to me what it was about, he became quite excited. The idea is to distribute the land among the peasants to hand the factories over to the workers. I had to warn him. Startled and looked around. Luckily no one else has heard. Put that away. Lotz followed my instructions and briskly walked away. I looked after him discontentedly. Originally, I had told him just now that he didn't have to worry about me, but in the end, I had scared him. Same. Hey. Someone catches him with that. Bad times. With his head bowed, Fleckner pondered a letter from home. A goal letter to my men. I'd had to review this one beforehand and knew roughly what awaited him. It seemed to be from a friend who was in close contact with an artist group called Brook. Or Brouquet. Quite sure. Reporting that he and some of the artists had made it through the war unscathed so far. He had apparently used their connections to be assigned to less dangerous positions, in medical service or press. Surprised me how little relief Fleckner showed at this news. On the contrary, his expression darkened visibly and the old tremor returned. And are you all right? Bring up Fleckner's thing. Fleckner shook his head with a sigh. I know it's unfair of me. There was this group of artists, the Brook, when I started studying in Dresden. I was allowed to accompany them on a few of their nature excursions. It was so different from anything I had ever known in my life. So free. A world of its own. Since the group relocated to Berlin, I haven't had much contact with the artists, and part of me would love to live their life, of course. I know that it wasn't always easy for them, and that they fought hard for their current status. Success and renown they now enjoy as artists. Yet, if I had had their opportunities, I always try to give my all, and still, when I see how easily some of them are getting through this war, and I'm on the front line, and who knows if I'll make it out of here in one piece. We are good friends, he might listen to me. Just as honourable, he's very unpatriotic. Life is rarely fair. I'm glad to have you with me, good sir. I said conciliatory, a sad smile played across his features. Thank you, Herr Unteroffizier, I appreciate that. Fleckner carefully folded the letter and slipped it into his breast pocket. Both remained silent for a moment while outside the distant rumble of artillery echoed through the damp air. Maybe I'm going to get him a little less tired of war, who knows. Did I? Ackner now gets lice. Again, how is Ackner getting lice in a field hospital that is empty and is supposed to be reducing lice? Feel like the levels are broken. I just feel like the levels are broken. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I just don't. Traumatic brain injury removed, impaired hearing removed. That's great. Insomnia removed. That's also great. Mail is back with me. He is in okay condition, but he is sick and tired of the war. Actor, on the other hand, now has a fever. He gained pain, then he gained a fever. He also now gained lice. How are lice spreading? I'm doing everything I can to keep them clean. Low supply stock. Dejected added. Well, that went well. Bad news added. He's grateful, however. He is no longer disappointed. Pedersen is now just tired. Lotz's lice are still with me. So I'm going to get given a horrible job. I have lice. More than the usual few that everyone here carries. But it's of no use. I need someone to help me or a visit to the lousing station. You have someone to spare to watch over Ackerman. Villagers are suspect. I keep hearing stories. Right. The two need to go on patrol. You two. Probably going to collapse. And you are going to keep Ackerman company. Have more. Been discharged from the field hospital and ready for duty again. Glad to hear it. We'll keep another turn of double rations. Hopefully that'll stop Fleckner from collapsing. Of course, home leave in one turn, and I'm truly hoping that getting through home leave means that I come back in grand condition. Uneventful. Lots and Ackerman are now friendly. Ackerman's pain has gone. Collapse has gone from Pedersen. Fever has gone from Schmidt-Bauer. Relieved and grateful, both added. Double rations for 6 turns. Fleckner's in the field hospital. He has to be. Lots. Fleckner, Pedersen. Oh, okay, I'm not quite sure how this has gone and happened. The Unteroffizier in charge of the next troop. Bought a lot of supplies. Fair enough. They are now friendly. So what? Tired removed, dejected removed. Fleckner actually got a little bit better. Bad mood has been removed. We are up to an okay mood. I guess, ladies and gentlemen, that makes it time for home leave. Because I am massively, massively curious. We are going to get ourselves through home leave because I want to see what condition I end up in afterwards. Let us. Today, my men and I had been looking forward to for weeks had finally arrived. Our home leave began today. The whole morning was filled with hustle and bustle until we finally reached our train amidst much fanfare. Now I was sitting here, looking out of the window and could hardly believe it. We were really going home. Everything seemed so unreal to me. The passing landscape with those pretty little villages, the clear sky with scattered clouds and the warmth of the sun on my face. It all seemed so removed from our past experiences as if it had just been a bad. And yet, I had to think about Cumberbund, who went home as a zombie. How many more would have to give their lives in this war and be reincarnated to haunt us forever? How many of my people and how many other soldiers on both sides? Trenches. The war was not yet over, and who knew how much longer it might still go on. Now we had a few weeks of rest, but what would it be like to have to go back to the front afterwards? Saddled with everything we now knew about the war. Everything we had seen and experienced. The horror, the misery, the suffering. I gave a heavy sigh and closed my eyes. Those were thoughts for another day. Now is the time for home, family, and living life while it lasted. See how we do, shall we? 17th of March. Way into April. What condition am I going to find my soldiers? A month had passed since we left front for our home leave. The past few weeks, I had been eyed like a fairground attraction back home. Everyone in the village had wanted to shake my hand. People kept calling me comrade, as if all of them had been at the front with me. As much as I had longed for home, everything had seemed so wrong to me. How was it that barely a year ago I had fitted so effortlessly into life? Quiet landscape with the small, steadily gushing streets, little cottages and the regular, chatty bustle in the streets on sunny days. It had been so natural for me to be part of all the small concerns and joys of this everyday life. And somehow, suddenly, everything became so dreadfully real, with all the questions people were asking. Everyone wanted to hear as many stories from the front as possible. The more gruesome, the better. They wanted to hear about heroic deeds and how brave we were, and whether we would make it to Paris soon, and why this ghastly positional warfare had been going on for so long. My answers sounded hollow to my own ears. Anything I said would have made the time in the field more of an irrefutable truth and torn bloody holes into this cozy home atmosphere. So I remained silent and a stranger. What would it be like once the war was over? I was almost glad to return to my men, the daily routine that had become so strangely familiar to me. Even from a distance, I recognized my men by the way they walked when they boarded the train. And yet the home leave had confronted me with so many things that I had previously pushed aside. Suddenly it all seemed terribly pointless. Back at our camp, I tried in vain to shake off the impressions from home in order to somehow move on. All of my troops are here. Let's have a look. Ackman is now camaraderie from neutral. That's nice. He no longer has a severe cough, grazed torso, or fever. Well, he comes back well rested. The temporary moods have all been removed by the looks of it. Edison is well rested. Spitbauer is no longer an insomniac, has impaired hearing or impaired vision. He is no longer strained. He is in good physical condition. Fleckner and Lotz are well rested. Male, Lotz, and Fleckner are in great physical. I now only have double rations for 2 turns. Bad news has been removed, but the field hospital is partially occupied. On the other hand, how do I still have lice? How? A month at home wasn't enough to wash themselves properly? And because of the lice, I also still have a skin rash. Over half of my squad still has lice. How? I thought of you in my comments when I was at home on my leave. It's amazing how quickly you get used to everything here. I'll just quickly say hello to others. Is there anything else? All this time out here, sometimes you suddenly realize you have actually improved. I feel like I've learned something new. So he is attentive. He is, however, still very sick and tired of this war. I thought he might drop that off a bit, being happy to see his comrade. Does not seem so. How nice of you to join us again. While you're resting, we didn't take a break. I expect your full attention. All my patrols were scheduled to return. Okay. Because, however, now even the quality of their rations is suffering. When's the next shipment? Weeks. Okay. Ration. Standard. We got standard rations, and we have 4 turns left of those. We do have a missing patrol, of course. When I come out of the game, it will probably save from the beginning of the turn, so I'll probably go a little bit backwards. But, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you have enjoyed the episode. And until next time, as per always, I do hope that you will be able to stay safe, happy, and healthy.